I play Shirley Truelove. She's very astute and very intelligent and enthusiastic, and I think she could well match Endeavour in terms of how well she works out a puzzle. Pretty much everybody is her superior. But what she does do is she always comes with a contribution that is relevant and unusual, and she thinks outside the box, but she doesn't assume that she's right, I think. She puts her ideas out there on the table and it seems sort of okay with whatever happens to them after that. She presents them as if she's saying, look, this is what I can do to help you, take it or leave it.
Last person to see him from here was a Miss Treadwell, ground floor flat. She saw him heading out about 7 last night. There's some talk that he may have been at Beaufort, and he was behind with the rent.
She is likeable. She's sweet and she's charming, and I think there's something about being a woman that makes people feel you have sort of sensitivities that maybe some of the male characters don't have. I mean, if you look historically at women in the police force in the 60s, mostly the jobs they were given were to go and talk to families who had been bereaved, or to talk to victims of assaults and stuff like that. They were given the sensitive jobs because they felt the men couldn't be trusted with them. And that's shown also in the way that they look. I mean, the male police officers look quite intimidating. The women look sort of like flight attendants. You know, they're there to be sort of welcoming, and I think Truelove definitely uses that to her advantage when she's getting people to open up to her. She really gets stuck in, and she'll look for clues, and she won't just let anything lie. She turns over every page. And I think that's really what's attractive about her to Endeavour, because he sees somebody who is like himself, somebody who really needs rather than just wants to understand what's gone on.
The only reason you didn't have any success in the yard is because it's outside.
The vapour's dispersed.
In Hallward's flat, it would have built up, filled the room. As the liquid boiled away, the exposed element would have become white hot and, well...
Boom.
Quite.
It's like it, you know, has this real burning desire to work out the puzzle and to catch the bad guys. And there's a hint of a slightly morbid fascination, which I think is really interesting, and I think it's true. I mean, if I was doing police work, I'm sure I'd find it all quite fascinating as well. I think I mean, although she's quite shocked when she sort of sees evidence, shall we say, there's a real thrill of having sort of got into the mind of the person behind this. And I can almost imagine, if they weren't in such a professional environment, her and Endeavour going, oh my God, this is so cool. One of the main differences between Endeavour and Truelove is that Endeavour has a way of presenting himself that sometimes, I think, to the other characters comes across as a bit of a know-it-all. Like, you know, he thinks he's sort of got all the answers, and when he finds something out, he's very determined about it, and, you know, he always thinks he's right.
WPC 734 Truelove, sir.
I think it's funny, having watched the show, that Bright has been really quite obstructive so far, and it seems, since I've turned up, at least, that he's been really very helpful, not just to me, but to, you know, to everyone in the show. He's, especially in this episode, episode 3, he plays a massive part and is really integral. But he's so lovely, I think, to Truelove, and I think it's because, I mean, it's not being completely clarified yet, but I think he sees her as almost like a daughter, and he feels the need to protect her and keep her out of sort of the dangerous work, but also to make her feel important and, you know, like she deserves to be there. And I think that's, it's a really lovely relationship. And it's so nice to be able to play that with Anton, because he is lovely.